Speaker, I rise to support this motion to pay tribute to Pope Francis, who was not just a pope for the Catholics, but a shepherd to all humanity. Pope Francis had the rare and unique ability to touch all people in different ways. Perhaps it was because of his love for the earth. The leader of opposition mentioned here a document called the Laudato Si, a very important document about our care for our common home, which is the earth. And I often listen to him cry out for the earth as our mother and for the harm that we inflict on it because of our irresponsible use and abuse of natural resources. He saw the earth as an environment for our sustenance, but which, because of our greed, we turned into something that we used for our immediate satisfaction and interests. Pope Francis will be remembered as a pope who was simple and yet profound in the way he thought about set doctrines of the church. I was particularly intrigued and followed his discourses about the Lord's Prayer, which I thought were truly meaningful about our relationship with God and about the relationship of God to people and their sins. It could not be said, as he said, that the Lord or God should not lead us into temptation. But his cry was that from temptations. As the English would say, I would like to conclude with enthusiasm that even though the Pope has died, the Pope lives again. I would like to congratulate the Catholic Church upon the election of Pope Leo XIV, and I hope that he will continue in the path that was set by Pope Francis. God rest his soul in eternal peace.
Thank you, Honorable Mpuuga.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Then Aisha.
I would like to join the Prime Minister in secondment of this special motion in remembrance of the Holy Father departed. Right Honorable Speaker, when Pope Francis visited Uganda on 27th to 30th of May, November 2015, his message had three critical issues for our memory. One is remembrance, because the Ugandan martyrs were a major attraction to his coming. He reminded us to remember their cause, the nature of their sacrifice, and what it reminded us as leaders, Catholics, Ugandans, and all duty bearers, family leaders, et al. Secondly, fidelity as a key message left behind. Fidelity to all manner of vocations. I believe that even our own calling as leaders is a vocation. But do we ever reflect to understand the meaning of what we say, what we do in whichever space, and how it reflects on our scope of fidelity as leaders? The laws we make, the views we bear, the way we try to influence society for posterity, for me, is a very critical message. And then lastly, his insistence on prayer. That a living being must be reminded about prayer, because he knew then and now that human beings have a tendency of receding to prayer. May we use his message in that threesome to understand our duty as leaders in this country.
Thank you, Aisha. And then Doctor.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, for the record, I'm the Secretary to the Muslim Parliamentary Caucus. Therefore, on behalf of the Muslim community at Parliament, I join colleagues in celebrating the life of the Pope and paying tribute. I would therefore